Hey cutie pie! Today we are going to make another pie inspired by another pair of my favorite sneakers ever. So Nike 270s, the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn. I wear it every day, and one of my favorite colorways is the Celestial Teal and Particle Rose. And so I am going to do a blueberry coconut chess pie inspired by those sneakers. So this pie has two parts. The first part is the blueberry part. The second part is the chess part. And so for the blueberry part, we are going to actually use fresh blueberries. So this is about 2.5 cups of blueberries. You're going to need 1 cup of granulated sugar. And then you're also going to need about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Again, you're going to need a large, heavy bottom pot, or even if you don't have a pot, just use a pan. I'm not going to judge you. We do want to turn it on to medium to high heat, and we're going to add the blueberries. Then we're going to add the sugar and lemon juice. And we're going to stir this. Now the mixture is actually dry, but once it heats up, the juice from the actual berries are going to spill out into the pan. So these blueberries, you see how dry it is and coated in sugar? Don't worry about it. It's going to get very, very soupy. So while this does its thing that it does, we're going to focus on the dry mixture. So we have 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of two rounded tablespoons of flour, all-purpose, unbleached. And rounded means that it's not a straight measurement, but rather you have a heaping tablespoon of flour, 1/2 cup of melted butter, 4 large eggs, secret ingredient, 1/2 cup of coconut milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I prefer to use real, no fake, no imitation. And then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and a little pinch of salt. So this is how we're going to do this. We're going to do dry first and then wet. So the dry means that's the sugar and the flour. And we're going to whisk that together until it's well incorporated. Then I like to add the eggs and whisk that in. It's always easier to whisk eggs in a dry mixture. It's just with a dry mixture. Instead of trying to whisk it with other liquids in there, it becomes a little bit harder. So now that the eggs are incorporated into the mixture, we're going to add the lemon juice, the vanilla, the melted butter, coconut milk, whoop, and a pinch of salt. So we're going to whisk that together, and that is looking pretty good. Now chess pie is extremely liquidy, so there's a little trick that we're going to have to do when we actually pour this into the pie shell. Ooh, let's look at these blueberries. So 1 cup of blueberry, you see that? The blueberries are nice and juicy and reduced. I love this. And even if you don't want to use the remaining blueberry to top on your pie, you can use it for pancakes, waffles, whatever you want. Put that into the chess pie mixture and whisk. All right, back to the pie and the task at hand. Now, chess pies are extremely very liquidy, and you don't want the filling to spill over into the crust. So what some people suggest that you do is actually place this pan in the oven and then, of course, pull out the rack, but then pour this into the pie shell, so that way you just simply have to push the rack in and close the oven. However, I've been doing it, so I am going to be a little risky here and put the filling right on the countertop. This is so gorgeous. So let me open up the oven first, and I am going to slowly balance the pie pan, stick it in the middle of the oven. Okay, so we're gonna bake that at 350 or actually 355 for about 30 minutes. Depending on what kind of oven you have, it may take a little bit longer. If you have a gas oven, you may find that it takes perhaps up to 45 minutes. If you have an electric oven, it's going to bake a little bit quicker, which is why I always put pies on the middle shelf in the middle of the oven. So let it bake and we'll come back. The pie is ready to come out of the oven. I wish you could smell this. Oh. So yummy. Look at this. Look at all of the blueberries popping. Awesome. So I've let it cool down for just a few minutes because I'm a little impatient. I want to eat it right now. So we're just gonna go ahead and cut into it. Oh yes. Beautiful. Nice and clean. Look at that. Love it. Where's my knife, Mars? Yes. Getting the first slice out of a pie pan is always kind of hard. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I think I might cry. Look at that. Remember, I have like the berries left over. I said save half the berries. Now I'm gonna put some berries on top, so just amp up that. Ooh. Yes. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna enjoy this for the both of us. Here we go. Ooh. So amazing. It's not too sweet. So flavorful. And my crust, which by the way, it's a savory crust because I love how the savory crust complements the sweetness of the filling. Everything paired together is just amazing. So please make this pie. Let me know. Show me pictures. Show me video. I want to see the pies that you've made, and I know it's gonna look just like this, and I know it's gonna taste just this good. I'm so excited. So excuse me, I'm gonna eat the rest. Bye.